Hello everybody, I'm Finn Shea, and today I'll be going over my SPL paper digest. I'm going to talk about the motivations that drive university students to participate in sports betting. I'll be exploring a study conducted by Ahmet Yavis, I'm sorry I cannot pronounce his name, which combines both qualitative and quantitative research methods to understand why sports betting is such an attractive activity for students. Through this presentation, I'll be talking you through the research purposes, key theories, the methodologies, findings, limitations, and the implications of the study. So this is the study that I'm doing. It's examining of factors encouraging university students to sports betting by, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce his name, Ahmet Yavis Karfil. Did the best I could there. Wrong slide. So this table of contents going through research purposes, key theories, key concepts, methods, results, key motivations, limitations, implications, as well as a conclusion. Kind of like just finishing it off. So for the research purpose here, for the main goal of this study was to identify and understand the factors that motivate university students, such as myself, to participate in sports betting. The researchers wanted to uncover why students are drawn to this activity and what drives them to continue betting despite the associated risks, such as like losing money, becoming addicted, just all the bad stuff. Understanding these motivations will help us and the researchers see why these behaviors could contribute to chronic gambling problems, which I don't have yet, just to clear some things up. Additionally, the researchers wanted us to explore potential ways to prevent these issues by addressing the root cause of the student motivations. So basically, just summarize that there. Go to key concepts and theories. This study used three concepts of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic and amotivation. To understand motivation behind sports betting, the researchers used several key psychological concepts, the three I mentioned right there. So for people who don't quite know what these things are, I'll explain them to you. So intrinsic motivation refers to betting for enjoyment, personal satisfaction, and growth. For example, some students might gamble because they find it fun or it helps them learn more about their sport. So that would be under the intrinsic category there. For extrinsic, it involves betting for external rewards, such as financial gain, money, or to fit in with a social group. Many students are motivated by the potential to earn money quickly or gain status, so that's the reasons why they do it. So that's the extrinsic motivations for it. And then the A motivation is when individuals engage in an activity without any real sense of motivation or direction. It's kind of a mixture of extrinsic and intrinsic. And it may feel like they have no control over their betting behavior because it's a mixture of both. So those are the three theories and key concepts that I found from the essay there. Wrong way again. Also for the methods for this. So the methods, the research employed a Q methodology combining both qualitative and quantitative elements. So they used data collection, interviews, Q sorts, and snowballing sampling. So this is an example of a Q sort graph that they used. I couldn't find the exact one, but it went to -4, so what they least preferred, all the way to 4, which is what they mostly preferred. So they employed the key methodology, which was an approach that combines both the qualitative and quantitative, as I said earlier. To gather data, the researchers used semi-structured interviews and the graph like this, a Q sort graph. The interviews were conducted with university students who had experience with sports betting, allowing the researchers to gather in-depth qualitative insights. The students were then asked to sort a set of 24 statements into categories of importance, which provided quantitative data, or qualitative data, one of them, to their motivations. In the study, the participants were 29 university students, selected through a snowballing sampling. The sampling technique involved asking initial participants to recommend others, helping to reach a group of individuals with relevant experience. So for example, if someone would do that at my school, like University of Alberta, and they'd come up to me, I could show them where the sports bettors were at, because I've dabbled a little bit. So there's that. So that's the methods that they used. Here we go. And now we have the results and the key motivations. So the study identified 8 key motivations from sports betting. The first being economic reasons, thrill-seeking, social reasons, self-testing, endeavor, professional reasons, time-related reasons, and addiction. So I'll go through all of those points just so everyone kind of gets a clear understanding of what we're doing. So the economic reasons, many students bet because they see it as a way to make money or to solve financial problems, giving the financial pressure that university puts on kids. University is freaking expensive, so want to make some money somehow. Thrill-seeking, the excitement of betting is another major factor. You don't understand the feeling when you hit a big jackpot. It's exhilarating. It makes your blood rush. It makes you not be able to sleep. Social reasons like sports betting can be a social activity. You and your buddies could sit down and watch a game, but you all have bets on the game, so you're all kind of in it together in a way. For the self-testing, betting is seen as a way to prove one's knowledge on sports. And for students, they can actually, the self-testing, so if they do enough betting and like watching of sports, they can almost predict how to make their bets so they can have a higher chance of making money. Usually that does not work. Learned that the hard way. The endeavor, some students feel that they put a lot of effort into analyzing the games and they want to be rewarded for their effort. So that kind of goes hand in hand with self-testing, with watching and making sure. Professional reasons. There are students who believe betting is more than just a pastime. They want to treat it as a profession, almost like a job in a way. So since university is really hard, like with the amount of work we have, gambling is an easy, fast way to potentially make money. So I think students relate to that a lot of the time. Time-related reasons, it just almost like the last thing, it's easy, it's always there. You can do it from your phone, from your computer, things that are very common to you. And then addiction, finally the last thing here, that's what happens when you gamble a little bit too much and you get addicted to it. You can't stop, it becomes bad. Yeah, so these are the 8 motivations that paint a complex picture of why the students engage in sports betting. If provided, it's just not all about money. It's about excitement, social connections, personal growth, and sometimes even struggling with an addiction. Oh my goodness. So here are the limitations. I just put the 2 things here. So small sampling sizes, as I said earlier, it was 29 people. And then snowball sampling. The sampling size was just small, 29 people, which limits the generalizability of the findings, as well as may result in not all experiences of university students. Additionally, the snowball sampling technique could introduce bias as participants might recommend others who also share similar interests. So yeah, that's basically the limitations of this study. And so the implications here, defined implications, because at first I wasn't 100% familiar with the word, but it's the action or state of being involved in something. An example is our implication in the problem. So the 3 things I wrote here are understanding risky behaviors, educational programs, and support for students. So we can learn from this study and how we can use these to help each other's lives, basically. The findings of these studies have several important implications. So understanding risky behaviors by understanding the motivations behind betting. Education and mental health professionals can better address the risks associated with gambling, knowing the students are motivated by factors such as thrills, like the 8 key motivation features I was talking about. For the educational programs, these insights can help leisure professionals design educational programs to help students with gambling, and so kind of curb the badness of the gambling. And so finally, for the support for students, the importance of providing support for students who may be struggling with the addiction. So that's the implications of the gambling. And finally, here is the end. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I put my email right here, my phone number right here, if you have any more questions. Thank you very much.